Hello. Hello. Welcome to the daily political tarot readings here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here. I'm here 365 days of the year, although I do apologize for how late I am today. The only excuse I have is that it was my one chance to have a working toilet again, and it's all fixed, and I fixed it. So I'm all happy, and life can move on, but I'm so sorry that it made me late. All right. Anyway, 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America at feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That is an ongoing thing. We have excellent troll slayers. I even see Lucky Girl here today. Hello. And everybody who helps out. Thank you. Sharon Sipe and Trillium Tarot and so many others. Thank you so much. Thank you. We have a great community here because of you, because of everyone watching. You're so kind to each other. Thank you. All right. Autumn the Plumber. Yeah, that's how it was this morning. Maggie who? Toilet politics? Toilet politics. What's the difference? You're absolutely right. Thread of Hope. Yes. Yay for indoor plumbing. Yeah. Oh, thank you, everybody. All right. And for anybody who knows tools, my father realized that I didn't have a channel wrench, so he gifted me a large and a small channel wrench. 2 channel wrenches, and I'll have them until I die. So I'll be gifting. I will be leaving them to one of the nephews, I suppose. But so anyway, but no, I fixed it. So I'm very happy with myself. All right, and the reason around here we do the overlays and the colors. We've got some sparklies. I thought we could use some sparklies today. Some gray sparklies to go with the pink. The reason we do stuff like this is, or the reason that on this channel I do this is because we talk about politics, and politics can be really ugly. But we go through the political news together, so we have a good idea or better idea of what's going on. We're able to check in, but we do it together. We do it supporting each other. We get angry sometimes, just indignation at how awful some people are. But at the end of the day, we go out, we vote, we contact our representatives, we help each other, we give each other hope, and we make it through. Because I say it at the end of all of my live streams, but I mean it. I believe we are all from the same source. We are all of our souls are small pieces of the divine, is what I believe. And we are all from the same source. We are all one family. We are one world, one family. And anyone who would say we're not one family, I have 2 words for you. Mitochondrial Eve. We're literally one family. So, but we're in this together, all right? We're all the way through. You're not alone, okay? So, I bring that up because the first question today is, it's going to upset you because it's something DeSantis is doing in Florida. And it's upsetting. And so I need to kind of give you that heads up now. But, he's not going to be in power forever. And he can try to do what damage he can try to do. But at the end of the day, the country has moved on from the old racism, bigotry, sexism. He's a dinosaur. But he's in power right now, for now. And it's good that we feel the way we do about him, because it means that he's not winning. He's winning a battle. He's not winning the war. No. No, 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 no. All right? So, yeah, so gird your loins, everybody. Yes. Maria said, you fix your toilet. And they keep saying women can't do anything. Great job. I don't think, Autumn, thank you. Janice is breathing. Good, good. All right. Mrs. Couture had a great doctor's report. Now it's time for the tea. All right. Mo Broussard, you're right. How appropriate. You fixed the toilet right before you read on this first question. An appropriate place for DeSantis. That's true. Just not in my bathroom, because I keep my bathroom very clean. My bathroom is a very pleasant place to be. Anyway. Joanne Smith, what did you fix? I had to replace the tower. Reconnect everything. I've been fighting with it for days. Anyway, we're going to go on to the first question. At 6 minutes, 30 seconds in. 6 minutes, 30 seconds. All right, you ready? Keep breathing. He's not going to win the war. He might win a battle. He's not going to win the war. You're not alone. And this is not going to go well for him in the long run, because he is on the wrong side of history and decency. Isabel Moss, ready to flush. Okay. Florida's governor has banned AP African American Study classes in public high schools, stating that they, quote, lack educational value, period, close quotes. When I read this, I keep the channel as clean as I can. When I read this, I swore like a sailor. How long will parents and constituents allow this to carry on? So, let me repeat that. Florida's governor has banned AP African American Studies classes in public high schools. AP African American Studies, stating that they, quote, lack educational value, close quote. You racist blankety blank. DeSantis, you boil on the rear end of humanity. You dinosaur, you troglodyte, you are embarrassing. You are embarrassing to humanity. You are disgusting. And you should be ashamed of yourself. Valerie says, I'm beyond the blank. I understand. Deborah says it's sick and wrong. Yes. Glenna Miles says, you are too kind to DeSantis by far. Thank you, Maggie, who just waved in all the different different skin colors. Yes. Unbelievable. Cindy says, if I lived in Florida, I'd be holding speakeasy classes on Black African American studies for those who wanted it. Yeah. You racist. Grim bleeper. Grim bleeper. Grim bleeper. Grim bleeper. Grim bleeper. Is this going to stand? Going to segregate the schools next. Vile. This man, Ron DeSantis, is vile. 8 of Cups. A big hole. The way the cups are set up, there's a hole in understanding. Just took that out and just walking away. And even the moon is the moon and the sun combination is like, what the heck? Joanne says he's a gross person and an idiot. Yep. Knight of Wands. 9 of Swords. 10 of Pentacles. 4 of Wands. 7 of Cups. They keep voting him in. It's gerrymandered. It's gerrymandered, but for now, he's just going to do what he's doing. All happy he can do this far-right garbage, cause incredible stress, try to consolidate his power with far-right garbage in Florida, and lies. I'd love to say, yes, he's going to get tossed out on his ear, metaphorical ear, but Lisa 4-4 says, I hate to admit this, but I would love to hear you swear. I can't help myself anymore, and it would make me feel better. Well. Mel Broussard said, are we going to need a bigger swear jar? With this? Yeah. Yeah. Seek help, DeSantis. Francis, why haven't the people from Florida fought back? I don't know. Oh, he's sitting pretty. He has consolidated his power. Laura Ross says, could the Department of Education withhold federal money from Florida schools as a leverage point? Would he listen, or would he just let the school suffer? What do you think means more to him? His fascist agenda, and I don't say that lightly, I mean that literally, his racist fascist agenda, or education? If the federal government threatens that, he'll just let the school suffer. Thank you, Mel. Swear jar expansion fund. Thank you. 7 of Wands. Sun. 8 of Pentacles. 3 of Cups. 6 of Wands. Okay. He is going to be on, this is my card for Florida. He is going to be on the defensive, but he's just doing his little thing. There will be some, like, what was it? Someone in the chat says to me about like the double, Thread of Hope says, don't forget, DeSantis wants to end public education. There we go. I'm so surprised, shocked, I tell you. NAACP, is that who I'm thinking of? Somebody mentioned it back here, and I can't find the, I can't find it. Sorry. All right, sorry, I can't find the quote, but Kathy Lampson, I agree. And Deborah, I would love to see his genetics. Yeah. And if you look at the majority of European Caucasian types, you can see, like, when you get your genetic test done, it will show you which branch you are from. Hello, Sonia. Unbelievable. Cheryl Clark says there are just too many retired people who live there, and nothing seems to apply to them. They should care about their grandkids, but thank you, lucky girl, for the swear jar. Thank you. Hang on a second. Ancestry, DNA map. Hang on a second. There is a, come on, load the images. There is this pathway, and it has a name too. No, that's just giving me regions. I need a DNA map path. Okay, path, Africa to Europe. Okay, that's part of it. All right, let me share this, because you should keep this in mind whenever these racist blankety blanks start talking. Chrome tab, ancestry path. That's the big one. But there are smaller ones too. Just double checking before I blow that up full size. Yeah. Can you guys see this? Or did it open another tab? No, it opened another tab. Well, you can see right there on the right, this whole area around Ethiopia, and went north, sort of Saudi Arabia-ish, and then up into Europe. And over to the Middle Eastern, Asian, ended up going that way, and Europeans went that way. Hang on a second. But the upshot is that it starts here. Human origins start there in Africa. And then it goes up. And then it starts, we started spreading. And then over into North and South America. But we started here. And our genetics go back to there. So anytime these racist blankety blanks start talking about there's no educational value in studying, basically putting down Black culture, African American culture, where do you think we came from? You're treating it like that's not important. But I study history because I was an art history major, but I also had to take history classes, and the regular history classes drove me crazy because it was it got to the point where I just turned to someone I was in the class with one day, and I just said, okay, basically this class is battle, battle, king, battle, battle, king, battle, battle, king, king, battle, 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 king, battle, king. And it was just, that's the his story. Really? Then I go to art history and I've got this whole range of thought and spirituality and all right. CC says, I don't want to know people. They don't want people to know that we're all from Africa. Exactly. Scumbag. All right. What is this? That's a great thing to preach. That's true, Kelly. We're dealing with some people who think the Earth is 6,000 years old, flat in the center of the universe. Wrong, and wrong. Yes, and Cheryl Clark, our closest ancestors are chimpanzees. I was watching do you guys know the Jolly channel on YouTube? I was watching some of their videos last night, and one of them was on animals without their fur. And, they have some kind of genetic something or whatever. And when they showed the chimpanzee with no fur, it's like, yep. Anyway, there was something in the chat here I was trying to go back to. Something about how's, him trying to run for president. See, I'm having trouble finding your... Yeah, Cat Shepherd, Pangea. Yeah. Idiot. He's such an idiot. Carolyn, it's all about England and the Anglo-Saxons, right? Yeah. Angleland, which is what it was called 1,500 years ago. All right, there was something about his... See, I'm trying to give you guys credit, but I'm not seeing things soon enough. All right, so at 22 minutes in, that took a while. At 22 minutes in, how is this going to affect DeSantis run for president? Oh, thank you, Marby. Here's more for your swear chart. Thank you, Marby. Thank you. Oh. Well, I better make it 22:30. So, DeSantis, you despicable, racist piece of garbage. That's true, Teresa Ford. Douglas Adams, the author, he wasn't in his Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. He said Douglas Adams wasn't sure if coming down from the trees was a good idea. Yeah. Cece says astrology alert. Oh, Andre says he has 0 chance. That's what I've been picking up. But so look. All right, DeSantis, Mr. Charisma himself. Have you heard this guy talking? Oh. It's kind of like McCarthy. When they talk, their voices sit kind of high in their heads a little bit, and there's almost like a whiny, there's a slight whiny quality to it. Like, you should be paying attention to me, and I think it should be this way. Is it just me, or is that kind of how they both talk? Knight of Wands. Oh yeah, you think you're all that. You're all that racist garbage. Yes, you are. 8 of Wands. It's not the first thing like this he's done. 7 of Pentacles. Knight of Cups. This would be reality. 5 of Cups. 9 of Swords. Yeah, go ahead. Please. Go. DeSantis, please. Please become the Republican nominee. Please. Because Joe Biden needs an easy way to be reelected. Or for us to get Kamala Harris in. Or whoever else is running. Please run. Do it. Please run. Because everyone will see what you are. And you should be ashamed of yourself, you racist. Okay, we're done here. Okay. Oh, and then in the latest polling, Trump is actually doing better than DeSantis. That's their chances of becoming president, both of them. All right, 25, 45. Oh, one more on DeSantis. Oh, goody. 25, 45. So DeSantis has requested data on adult trans students attending Florida state universities, seeking to know about those getting gender-affirming care and those who have gender dysmorphia diagnoses. HIPAA laws, you jerk. What is he up to? Those who have a gender dysphoria diagnosis. Really? Yeah, dysphoria. Sorry, I said that. I was wrong. Sorry. Threat of hope. Yeah, straight up Nazi garbage. Yes. Mm-hmm. What's he up to? Stupidity. Adults are, guess what? Adults. Strength. Shut up. I don't like saying that often, but seriously, it's just fermez votre bouche. Is it fermez la bouche or fermez votre bouche? Oh, this is just one of the many horrible things he's trying to do. Six of Pentacles. He thinks state money going to universities is like a charity that they don't need. Yeah, HIPAA laws are national. No. Yep. These are the students. This is what he's trying to get. Patricia says both can be used, the mouth or your mouth. Okay. Oh, it's buffering, B. Smith. I'm sorry. Is it buffering for anybody else? I'm not getting a low internet warning, so. Kathy Oden says, fermez la bouche. He's just going to keep on keeping on with what he's doing. They just... Third of Hope says, does he want the lawsuits? Because, state judges will rule for him. Is this a test balloon law? No, these are his beliefs. Death card and being hemmed in. These are his beliefs. Nine of Wands. And this feels like outside of Florida, people despise him. Just despise him. Strength, Four of Pentacles, Page of Cups. What this is saying is nationally, whatever national aspirations he has, forget it. This is shut his mouth. He can shut his mouth. This racist garbage. There's no way he can get the votes or the support. And this is a potted plant could win the presidency over him. I've got a lovely pathos right here. Great big one. It could win the presidency sooner than he could. Jeffrey, I love that. Can we raise the debt ceiling for the swear jar? Yes. All right. He's if he stays in this little fiefdom, he's gonna be fine for a while. Jennifer's asking, is DeSantis trying to drive Floridians to other states? No. He feels he has a mandate to be as far right. He himself is far right. This is not all just pandering or his reelection. No, these are his beliefs. He is that awful. So is Abbott. They're both heinous human beings. Yeah, Mel Broussard, potted plant for president, 2024. Yes. Alicia says, lovely thought, Autumn, but that's what I thought in 2015. Oh, that Trump couldn't get in? Suburban housewife, pathos for POTUS. Trump was almost, he was not quite, but he was almost inevitable after Obama. It's just a way that after Lincoln, before we got to Grant, the racism of the presidents between Lincoln and Grant was staggering. So Marie says, don't worry, I'm really swearing for you. Thank you. So anyway, okay. King of Florida. Cruel King of Florida, DeSantis. Seek help. Seek help, DeSantis. All right. Let's move on to McCarthy. We look at the nicest people. 3245. Kevin McCarthy has agreed to bring to the floor. Oh, this is so stupid. Kevin McCarthy has agreed to bring to the floor a bill that would impose a new, ready for this, national 23% sales tax. Back in the day, I don't know what it is now, but back in the day when I was in England, even the VAT was like 18%. But their sales tax, the value-added tax. Okay, he's agreed to bring to the floor a bill that would impose a new 23% national sales tax on American families. That's almost all goods and service purchases, from groceries to gas to food to medicine, because they're trying to get rid of income tax. So dump all the pain on the middle class. One says, I thought it was a 30% sales tax. 23.30. I mean, at that point, is it going to go anywhere? I mean, we know he's never going to get through the House. He's never going to get to the Senate. There's no way Biden would. No. This is just a bunch of, look how we are going to change things, blah, blah, blah. He's so shooting himself in the foot. Larry Murray says, do we get free health care with the 23%? Of course not. Of course not. This is McCarthy. These are the Republicans. So, but yeah, please bring it to the floor. Go ahead. It'll be on every ad for every Republican who votes for it. Every ad against every Republican who votes for it. Yeah, the richest get a break. Exactly, thread of hope. Middle class, the poorest of the poor. Kathy DeLau says it's to get people used to the idea. It's a stupid idea and nothing's going to change that. Wheezy Squeeze Box, how to create a black market economy. Yes, absolutely. When I lived in Holland, the taxes there were quite high. And my goodness gracious, was there a pay in cash? You want anything done on your house, you paid in cash. There was a whole lot of that. So Cece says the tax includes repealing the 16th Amendment, which closes the IRS. Anyway, I can't remember if there's something here about the debt ceiling. But we need to look at that. But we'll get there. All right, for now. So you're going to bring this little bit of genius. Oh, yeah, floating this idea. Yeah. Maria says, we can't change stupid. I understand. King of Wands. McCarthy. The Sun. The Three of Swords. So they've got more where that comes from. They're communicating to the right. They're communicating with the right. It's not going to work. They have more where that came from. They've got a great big pile of stupid things like this they're going to vote on. So it's not going to work. Will this be used against? Will this successfully be used against Republicans who run for re-election in the House? Or will it hurt Republicans in general? Because even if you're like, oh, but we're going to do this, we're going to do that. No, we're not going to let them bury the headline. The headline is that Republicans want there to be a 23% sales tax. And you want to blame that the Democrats are all tax and spend, huh? Really? Which isn't true. Four of Wands. It's like Trump and Mar-a-Lago. They're in a bubble. They live in these bubbles. When do any of these people go out in the world? Go spend a day with a struggling single mother? Go spend a day with, a middle-class family? Michelle says, I heard it was 30%. Oh, jeez. Eight of Wands. Hierophant, Star. Well, also, in a sense, this is also trying to raise anger at the idea of government. If they can do this to get rid of income taxes, great. If they can get people to hate the government even more, that's their goal. They are nihilists. They want to destroy the government. And that will hurt a lot of people, but they don't care. Because they're living in an Ayn Rand fantasy. They really are. And they all think they're John Galt. Get people to hate the government. Raise money from donors who love the idea of getting a sales tax and not a income tax. It's not going to work. Democrats have the power. Yvonne, God help when there's a natural disaster. Yeah. Funny that didn't come up much in Ayn Rand's books, and I've read them all. So, yeah. Okay. Shall we read on another way that McCarthy is shot himself in the foot? 40 minutes, let's say 40:15. So McCarthy recently declared there is no more proxy voting, effective immediately. Members of Congress have to show up to work if they want their vote to count. Considering it's his caucus who misses the most votes, is this going to bite him? Considering it only takes one person to call for a vote, basically a vote of no confidence, to remove him. So they can wait until there are more Democrats than Republicans, and nobody can vote from anywhere else. Wheezy Squeezebox says, Ayn Rand had a rich husband who didn't understand what the heck she was talking about, but admired her greatly. Oh, yeah. Like when she came to him and sat him down with the guy who she was kind of running the foundation with, her libertarian thing, and she informed her husband and his wife that they were going to be meeting once a week and having an affair. And why they should be allowed to do that. And it went on for several years. I've read her biography by people who knew her. She was vile and a hypocrite. Writing her books, they used to use those great big heavy typewriters. She'd just keep she had to borrow that typewriter from someone because she didn't have one. They were staying with somebody, and she would just type all night long. She preferred to write at night, so she'd type, and they would ask her, please don't, it's really loud, we're trying to sleep. And she was just, the virtue of selfishness. That's literally, I think, one of the things she wrote, called The Virtue of Selfishness. And yes, she died in poverty on Social Security payments. Yes, she did. All right, McCarthy, hanged man. No more proxy voting, effective immediately. Oh, this is going to hurt you. Oh. Metaphorical gun, foot. Pachunk. We'll say it's an air gun. Pachunk. Right in the foot. Queen of Swords. 8 of Pentacles. Emperor. Star. You know you've lost 14 times in a row, right? Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, laying down the law. And this is all the work that was done. This is all the power you gave up. But, oh, you're speaker. Aren't you important? You're the star. Really? Because all you need is more Democrats there than Republicans, and somebody has to leave. Dumb as rocks. Core Smith. Ayn Rand was awful. Yeah. And her name is pronounced Ayn, like mine. She named herself after a Scandinavian writer she admired. And it's kind of fitting that it rhymes with mine. Warrior Witch says, wait, hold up. Ayn Rand also grew up in a communist country and believed the rich should pay their taxes and women should have complete control over their bodies. Complete control over their bodies. And how much is that used in trafficking? How much is that idea used in trafficking? She's an adult. She's an adult. Police going up to people who trafficked. Are you okay? I'm fine. I'm fine. Do you need to get out of here? Oh, no. No, I'm fine. No laws, no police, few police, no EPA, no EPA, very little law enforcement. To heck with highways, infrastructure, school lunches. Let the kids starve. No. And I don't say that to be negative toward you at all, Warrior Witch. I say that because she makes me crazy. So. All right. So, at 46 and a bit. So, text from Ginni Thomas to Mark Meadows show that Thomas wanted the, quote, Biden crime family, unquote, locked up and placed in, quote, barges off GITMO, unquote, to face charges of sedition. Will her zealousness ever actually cost Clarence his SCOTUS seat? Plus the fact that the Supreme Court has come out and said that we don't know who leaked the information. It's like, really? Did you talk to Ginni Thomas? Did you talk to the justices themselves? Did you talk to Alito? Did you talk to Clarence Thomas? No word on it. I hope I didn't upset you, Warrior Witch. It was good. You made a good point. You did. She just makes me crazy. At least the Florida forces, I heard none of the Supreme Court was questioned. Darlene C says, no, only spoke to employees. Yeah. Mel Broussard, the leaker's name rhymes with Minnie. That's a cult. That's, yes. Who was it? Alice was saying Thomas has gone from being deprogrammed from one cult, married Thomas, and is now in another cult. And that's my card for cults. Yep. King of Wands. 5 of Swords. 4 of Wands. 5 of Pentacles. Page of Swords. I think I've upset Warrior Witch. I'm sorry. I should have put that better. Anyway. Far right, insult to injury. Far right, based power, out in the cold. Bully. There's some weakness here, but I'm not getting a falling out of power. Not anytime soon. Look, Strong, can you be susceptible to more than one cult? Absolutely. Clarence Thomas, go to seat. 6 of Pentacles. Bubble. Talk about living in a bubble. I heard I like beer. Kavanaugh was at a party with Gates. It's like, oh God. Knight of Pentacles, Tower, Page of Pentacles. Eventually, this is going to hurt him, but this isn't like next month. Now he says, I'm trying to lurk, but the discussion pulls me in. Good. Kathy Delisle says, what separates us from our closest living relatives, it's human nature to care for others, a survival trait. Extreme narcissism is anti-human behavior. Yep. You know, there's an argument to be made that that the LGBTQ members of society back in human history had an immensely important biological evolutionary role. Our babies, human babies, are incredibly fragile and they take forever to grow up. And it helped us to have more adults, not all of whom had children back in the day. They were key to our survival as a species in helping, in caring, in being supportive, and then yeah, it's just this idea of it's unnatural or something. They were key to our survival, our collective survival. So anyway, I still haven't heard from Warrior Witch, and now I'm worried. Oh well. Oh well, oh well. Okay. Nourishing, says Cheryl. Yes. Azalea says, I've read male penguins pair up and take care of orphan baby penguins. Yep. Yep. Oh, Loki, the Samoyed eating a blueberry. I'm gonna die. It's so cute. All right. All right. So next, this should be brief. 53 and a bit. Nikki Haley, former South Carolina governor and Trump's ambassador to the UN, is seriously considering running for president. Does she stand a chance of getting the Republican nomination? Thread of Hope says, good, I need a laugh. Thank you, Fran. Nikki Haley, President Nikki Haley. Page of Pentacles. Page. Not even a queen. Page. Not even a knight. Page. Not so high on the hierarchy. Five of Swords, insult to injury. Six of Swords, Six of Cups. If you want to be a woman with real power, you're in the wrong party. Insult, having to leave. Minor Arcana, page nil point. Yeah. Glenna is saying stranger things have happened. There we go. Darren says male dolphins actually pair bond. Good. Jean Ace is quoting her, I've never lost a race. Well, if you don't run, that is correct. Yeah. Okay. Now we have some Trump questions. 56 minutes in. Now this blows my mind. This blows my mind. And I'm going to share the link to the article in the chat in case you can't see the description box, or if you can click on that, because I think this is real. And if it is, holy buckets. So a federal judge in Florida has sanctioned Donald Trump's attorneys $938,000, nearly $1 million. Trump's lawyers have been sanctioned by a Florida judge for what he says is a pattern of abusing the court system for political purposes, making this the second set of sanctions Trump's team has received after their disastrous RICO suit against Hillary Clinton. And yes, they tried to bring a RICO suit against Hillary Clinton. Will they learn their lesson, or is this just... Yeah. Teresa is saying yes, it's true. Cora is saying yes, it's true. I'm going to guess they would just charge Trump for that. Because the judgment is damaging. I mean, if you think about it, even in the Manhattan case where Griftco had to pay a fine, it's, what was it, something like $1.5 million or something pathetic? That's nearly two-thirds of the sanctions against Griftco in New York. That's a lot of money. M. Kelby says, and that made him drop the suit against Letitia James. Mm-hmm. Wheel of Fortune. You're not on the right side of that wheel. You're not headed toward the top. You're being crushed underneath. Six of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. That's a chunk of change. Nine of Swords, legal worry, out in the cold. He's running out of money like you would not believe. And these people, these lawyers, they're going to be fine. They're going to be fine. Any things like these sanctions or what have you, they'll charge Trump. Now, will they get the money? I don't know, but they'll be fine. He's the one under threat in various places of ending up in real legal problems and not being able to get lawyers and good ones. And like I said, increasingly, it's like he's getting his lawyers out of a gumball machine. You put a quarter in and you turn the thing and you get a plastic ball and you open it up and you add a little water and poof, you've got a lawyer. That's the quality of lawyer he's getting. Out in the cold. And he does not have the money for this. Well, maybe you shouldn't commit so many crimes. Just a thought. Eileen is asking, but will they eventually lose their license to practice? I don't know. And honestly, it feels like, I don't know. I'm having trouble feeling like I care. I know your question's valuable, but it's just me personally. I'm just like, they're just not worth the read. But you're awesome. Thank you. One hour, 30 seconds. Well, 101. Eileen's question at 101. The latest arrests for January 6 include 3 active duty Marines who worked in intelligence. Really? Christina says, actually, when a judge sanctions a lawyer, that lawyer has to pay out of their own pocket. Oh, they'll charge Trump. They'll find a way. Thread of Hope says, free advice to all MAGA from Autumn. Try not criming so much. Okay. So the latest arrests for January 6 include 3 active duty Marines who worked in intelligence. Are there more members we don't know about? Was the Pentagon indeed right in waiting to deploy to help Trump, to keep Trump from ordering them to seize the building? That's the rub. Will it turn, I think we've read on this before, but will it turn out that the military were right to stay away? In cases, I didn't even consider that. Yep. Queen of Swords. That's the National Guard. Okay. Empress. Knight of Swords. World. King of Cups. Temperance. It feels like this. It's better the way it actually happened, and that included people suffering and dying. But it was better than the alternative. These are the rioters. That's the National Guard, not part of the reading. There's America being attacked by the rioters, and then it ended. Biden became president and has brought calm. Mel says there are a number of those National Guard who would have followed any order a commander-in-chief gave them, illegal or not. Yes. Yeah, I think that's kind of all there is to know there. No. All right, at 104:30. Let's say at 104:45. As charges mount and Weisselberg heads to prison. As Weisselberg heads to prison. Take a moment and just let that sink in. Trump is publicly questioning whether or not avoiding paying taxes is really criminal. Mess around and find out, Trump. Will Jack Smith and the state of New York finally convince him it is criminal to not pay your taxes? Paying taxes is paying. Are they going to explain to Trump in a legal binding legal sense that it is illegal to not pay your taxes? Magician. Oh, he thinks he's so clever. Sun, Hermit, Hanged Man, 10 of Wands, and the World. See, he was just going about doing his thing. But you get some scrutiny, he gets strung up by his heels, metaphorically. There's a burden of all the stuff he did wrong, and this is the end of his old way of life. End. Finished. End of chapter. End of book. Close. Filed. Done. Major Arcana, Major Arcana, Major Arcana. And even if you take the Minor Arcana out, you do not have 3 cards there of, oh yeah, Trump's going to be fine. He's going to have all his money and he's going to be... No. It is the end. Unbelievable. Cat Shepherd says taxes are the price of civilization. Pretty much. And, you know, we want as little of it to be wasted as possible, but, you know, I don't get a bill if I call the fire department. All right. All right, it's actually 1:30, so I'm actually going to call it for today, but I'll move. There are 3 more questions. Yeah, there are 3 more questions. I'll move them to tomorrow, okay? So thank you so much for being here, and I do apologize if I've offended anybody. That was not my intent. I just have my opinions about Ayn Rand, and they're not good. They're not good. But anyway, hang in there. You're not alone. We're in this together, and there are good days ahead. It's 1:30 here in Chicago. In 2 hours, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. You're always welcome. Other than that, I will be right back here tomorrow. All right, so take care. Hang in there, and see you then. Bye.